Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock. Yeah! We are here on Saturday, April 27th, and we're closing off the month of April. And unfortunately, this is going to feel like a very, very, very groaning episode.
Would you call it an out of season April Fool's joke, maybe?
Shut up!
Why? Why?
Just because of what we're going to be talking about this week, it's just going to be so... God!
Depressing.
It's cringe.
It's cringe! This is not how I want to spend my Saturday!
This is the opposite of the woo.
It's not even owo, just...
Ooh.
No, not even owo or uwu, it's just... Why?
All right. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And joining me on my immediate left is the host of Los Amigos Play, A Land of Love and Order.
I call bullcrap.
Hey, at least one of the things is true.
I am an untouchable paragon of virtue.
Depends on what virtue is.
How dare you?
More like a parody of virtue.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for... No, I was part of the angel group known as the Virtues.
You're a parrot.
We're pretty good, right next to the powers, the justices, the cherubims, and those
With
weird
parrot
freaks
rings?
that are like wheels scoring
You
out.
mean the
Parrot
seraphim?
wings.
Yeah, we don't talk to the seraphims. They got weird, man.
Okay, then.
Anyway,
How are Bartleby and Loki doing? Are they still dead and sitting on the outside of the gates of heaven?
they are still complaining about how dead they are. You have nobody... The amount of, paperwork, I swear to God. Thank you, everybody. This is Angel. Once again, happy to be with you. And as usual, I hope that you enjoy watching this show as much as we enjoy making it for you.
All right, and joining me on my immediate left is
You mean your far left?
Your
my
extreme
far left, and
Far.
your far left, your right. Yeah, at least I remembered the names.
Shut your mouth, I swear to God.
Right.
I strangle you with this.
So I'll say, if you got it wrong too, I'd laugh.
I have name tags for them.
Dragonfang cosplay.
Wow, you actually got it right! Yay! Hi guys!
Yeah, and I don't need no name tag.
Yeah, I can't read.
Okay, cool. You don't need a name tag then. Okay.
Oh God, Juan,
Here's
please don't go too
Jose
far.
Casabona.
Juan,
Right click and remove.
Don't be an ass, Juan. Don't be an ass.
You have you've been
Imagine
demoted.
You've been demoted.
Can you imagine if he does that and your
Mutiny.
entire body just
Come on, man.
gets
Set a good example.
Can he be demoted?
Are you my
example.
child?
Can, but I think you're quite...
Yeah, but for all the people watching.
Are they my children?
He said yes. You're now his child.
Can you imagine
Yeah,
he removes
congrats.
your name and your whole body just becomes a sensor bar?
Oh my God.
Okay,
Joining
that
us on
actually
our
funny.
far right is xeiana Rose cosplay.
Yay! You pronounced it right too. Yay!
Of course.
Instead of saying Zena or Xeiana.
Xenophobic
Zayna.
Rose.
Xeiana.
I
Oh!
literally.
Someone
I
did
think
say
might need to
Zayna
censor
Rose.
this right now, cause
Listen,
Hi, guys.
if Ruby did it...
Oh my God. And joining me on my immediate right is the host of the Black Files, my typewriter for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week.
...
Loading.
Cricket,
Loading.
cricket,
404
Loading.
error. Loading.
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 cricket,
Loading.
cricket, cricket.
Loading.
Liquid, Mr. Juan Arauz.
Thank you for that introduction, folks. Jose, and don't you ever forget the mister. You know, the gag works if we could see your eyes.
Also, if you were sleeping, pretending to sleep.
No, it
I
worked.
mean, I was tilting forward, but I guess I didn't tilt
Not really.
forward enough.
No, you're.
That's because your acting is too subtle for the camera. You gotta
And you didn't
gesticulate.
snore. You didn't
Yeah.
snore.
Snore.
You gotta scream like it's
You
a
wanna
Netflix
redo it?
edition.
You want to redo
No,
it?
it's already done. And of course, folks, we are simulcasting on both YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. We've been working hard to make your voice our mission for over 10 years, and we want to continue doing that as our work, but also as our jab, because our actual jabs get in the way of it. So help us make this our jab. You know how we complain about our
Enjoyable
jabs?
job.
Sometimes.
Yeah, let's please make it an enjoyable jab.
But if we enjoy it, then it's not really a job, because if you love what you do, you'll never work a single day in your life. Which is why I need to keep you miserable. I'm going to break all your machines now.
You better have your freaking $5,000 check ready for my ass.
See, that's the thing. You know I'm not going to. But there's a voice in the back of your head going, but what if one day he does?
Yeah, I know.
What if one day he just loses his
Intrusive
fucking mind?
thoughts. Intrusive thoughts. That's what it's
Like,
called.
Why aren't you tired of being
Of
calm? Don't you just want to go ape shit?
Hello, my name is Intrusive Thoughts.
Oh my god.
You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store. Link in the description below, and you get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission. Remember voting us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up here in the chat, we have Green Eye Dragon, Lisa Boo, the Joseph Santos, Jordan Kirby, Matthew Coburn, let's see, and Nikki Bella holding it down for our mod squad. Jordan Kirby's asking, is this about the Tony Khan incident? Actually, tonight, no. I actually want to wash my hands of goddamn Tony Khan.
No. We are not discussing that.
I'll tell you guys after the show what
That'll
he
be
did.
for a different time.
That'll be a different time, but this is something that we're going to talk about that is much more serious. And I got to tell you, folks, you know, it's par for the course when it comes to watching any of our content on the Ravens Flock. You know, there's fun topics that we'll talk about, stuff that makes us giggle, stuff that makes us go fangirl galore, and there's also heavy topics that kind of makes us want to hurl. But one thing we can all agree, it's a lot of news for us to cover, a lot of topics for us to get through, lots of things to go through every single week, and with that, we need a dose of energy.
That's right, baby. And as usual, this episode, the future episodes, past episodes, and even retroactive episodes from the year 2013 are brought to you by Glytch Energy.
That's right. Glytch Energy is the ideal beverage for all geeks and nerds to keep your bodies revitalized and supercharged no matter what physical activity you're doing. It's all good. Glytch has got your back.
Oh, it's my turn.
It also got my front. I'm drinking it.
It's my turn. Cool. Yeah. Glytch Energy's a patented blend of smart energy formulation. Helps you stay alert and awake whether you're gaming, whether you're working a desk job, hard at work, physically doing exercises, studying for your classes, or basically anything that threatens to sap your soul. They're
Like research papers.
yes, like research papers.
Or tax returns.
Glitch Energy's a smart energy blend, comes with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash.
But above all else, I think, Angel, we can both agree that, yeah, it has all the nutrients, everything that we need, but it tastes frickin' great.
Yes, surrounded as we are in this world of late-stage capitalism, where the corporations care less about the product and more about your money, they do not give a crap about what you enjoy anymore, and so you are bombarded constantly with ads of the worst goddamn drinks you ever had in your life, with chalky tastes, disgusting after tasting, and, more importantly, the destruction of the precious, irreplaceable enamel of your teeth.
No, don't forget the disintegration of your esophagus with the high levels of carbonation and
there's that.
bitterance they keep in the energy drink.
But
to
we give you
kiss
something
the-
better.
Yeah.
Something that isn't just healthy for you, because healthy, let's be honest, everything is healthy, but it has to
In moderation.
taste good.
No!
It has to taste great!
Thank
Yes.
you.
And that's what Glytch Energy is there for, because, let's be honest, everything wants to have good benefits for you, but at the end of the day, when we were children, we understood the medicine was good. We didn't like the fact that it tasted like crap. This is the good medicine. This is the one that they tell you shouldn't drink. This is your over-the-counter.
And it works perfectly, especially considering that we just got in today. The new flavor that they put out is in partnership with Ghosts of Tabor, Skill Issue.
That's
Skill.
right!
Xeiana and Dragonfang and I were able to try this stuff out, and it tastes so good.
Oh, I
I
already
still have
demolished
some
mine.
left.
Excellent. And of course, folks, if you go onto the website, glitchenergy.com, and use our promo code FLOCKFUEL, you'll receive a 20% discount on all of your online purchases.
Again, go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FLOCKFUEL for 20% off your order. Thanks again to Glytch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. You may have made a serious mistake and need to rethink your life choices.
See, honestly, I kind of wish we had this when we were in college
Yes.
because, again, I mentioned research papers.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
This would actually have been much better than having to chug
Monster
almost
Energy.
black coffee
Oh, yeah.
in the early morning hours, trying to get it done in the last minute.
Oh, sorry.
I think
a
I
lot of
would have
people
enjoyed this
have
a lot
done
more.
that.
All I can think about is that picture on Twitter of that guy who goes, I mixed Monster Energy with Guinness beer, and it's this abomination of green followed by black that looks like you're drinking Mariana Trench juice.
Again, glitchenergy.com. Use our promo code FlockFuel for 20% off your order.
Yeah.
Thank you, Glitch Energy, for partnering with the Ravens Flock.
It's delicious.
Indeed. And yeah, no, I do agree with all of you. You all made a good case. A little bit of foresight could have given us glitch energy a little bit early back in our college years. Then again, foresight also could have prepared us for the piece of shit Hollywood storm that is Harvey Weinstein.
And folks, I believe at this point we need to go ahead and we have to, don't we, Jose?
Yes, we do.
Yep, folks.
Otherwise, it would be a lack of foresight.
We might as well get the unpleasant part out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, for once, we're not talking about the nerdy shit, but we have to disclaim, our lawyers indicated that we're talking about some extremely sensitive topics, including combination of both sexual harassment, assault, and other crimes of that nature. If you do not enjoy hearing about this kind of thing, feel free to put this on mute for the next 20 minutes or so as we discuss the ways that the justice system continues to fail us every day.
And if this, like Angel said, this is serious stuff, and for the love of God and all that's holy, brace yourself, because this is some bullcrap.
Listen, I really don't even think you can brace yourself anymore.
No.
I know, like, at this point, we're numb. We're numb to the pain. It's like, what's his face in The Office? Why must you be this way?
I think before we get into this news article,
don't eat.
I think we need to give like a brief little history, Juancho, of Harvey Weinstein.
Do we have to?
Just
I
keep
think
it-
at this point, everyone fucking knows.
Might as well put in some context so they know exactly what the hell we're talking about here.
Okay.
Do like an ad-lib version of it.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was an asshole named Harvey Weinstein. He became the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he used that power in an abusive manner in order to sexually predate on women's. Because, I've got money. I've got the power. I've got the power.
Hey, check out my black couch. Look at the size of it.
Look, can you come give me body rubs? Can you come give me a massage? Oh, wait, by the way, I'm in a freaking bathrobe. Oh, take a look at this dongalong. By the way, I will totally make you a star if you touch my dongalong.
So basically the man was using his power and his influence in Hollywood to coerce budding stars into sex for the possibility of starring into roles. This is, at minimum, coercion, which is bad. At maximum, this is rape, which is really fucking bad.
Really?
And eventually, as due time it comes to do, but let's be honest, it's Hollywood. I'm kind of surprised this didn't happen earlier. Because it's Hollywood, and the amount of documentaries, interviews, and articles that came about this case were enormous. But the most depressing part about it was the fact that almost everybody who was associated with him essentially went, yeah, it's Hollywood. It happens.
I hate that excuse. That's pretty much just putting the shit under the rug.
Sorry,
There is a
that's not an
disgusting
excuse at all.
culture swimming under the underbelly of Hollywood, which is filled to the brim with blackmailing, nepotism, and at worst, several cases of, as of yet, unreported sexual abuse. There's a reason child stars don't make it long in this kind of business.
Unless they have very supportive and very nurturing environment.
Hell, we talked about something like that a while ago, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Just to reference a little bit, we did cover a little bit of that about from the Quiet on the Set documentary series on the Black Files some time ago.
Yeah, that documentary is basically a mini version of what goes on in Hollywood.
Now,
Disturbing.
if Casey guys didn't check out the thumbnail, and I would be surprised if you didn't, shit's hit the fan. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw up the fucking headline. And this comes to us from USA Today by way of a reporter, Taiwan Mormon. Headline reads, Harvey Weinstein's rape conviction overturned by New York appeals court.
How do you appeal that?
It's, hey, but please, no.
You have actual evidence that he did the bad thing.
Because they were probably paid off.
I mean, no difference there. It's
doubt it.
Hollywood. They're slinging more money than God.
Money talks.
But I'm genuinely
Money does
confused
talk.
about how do you appeal something like that? Because, he was probably safer in prison.
Well, let's take a look at this article in detail here. This was posted on April 26th?
Yep.
All right. So let's go ahead and scroll down, Juancho,
Let me
please.
just do a thing here, because I realized that sorry about that.
You're
Sorry,
fine.
because Xeiana was cut off over here in the shoulder, and I realized it's the article width, and there we go. God help me. Okay, here we go.
All right.
I'm
so
going to make this a little bigger for your reading.
You're okay. I can read fine. A New York appeals court has overturned and battled Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction after finding that the judge for the trial handed down improper rulings.
How so?
What?
What?
The case, which helped galvanize the hashtag MeToo movement and spurred a reckoning in the entertainment industry, was part of a wave of allegations against the 79-year-old movie mogul. 72-year-old movie mogul.
Quote,
You are way too old to be getting into this business.
You all right there, Xeiana?
Oh, I'm good.
I know, we're choking on
This dude is
hubris.
beyond retirement age before he went to jail.
Seriously. Let's see. From Weinstein's attorney, Arthur Idala. I hope you sleep well, motherfucker. Quote, there are some people who are very unpopular in our society, but we still have to apply the law fairly to them. He said during a press conference after the decision. And in this courthouse behind us at that trial, the law was not applied fairly to Harvey Weinstein. A weeks-long landmark 2020 trial resulted in Weinstein's rape conviction, and a judge sentenced him to 23 years in prison. In Thursday's 4-3 decision, the New York court ordered a new trial for Weinstein, who will continue serving a 16-year prison sentence stemming from a 2022 California conviction of rape. So good
They cut
news.
his sentence by 7 years.
Okay, so
he will still die in prison like he deserves.
okay, so good news. He's still going to be in prison.
Good.
Okay, but why do they say that was unfair?
Yeah.
Why did they reduce it by, what, was it
7 years.
Why?
No. Two separate sentences. Two separate sentences on there. Because this is referring to the sentencing in New York.
Okay.
23 years in New York and 16 years in California. And apparently what they decided is, okay, you know what, for this MFer, since he's not he hasn't been able to overturn the California one, the state of California has basically called for him, like, okay, he's ours now. You guys can continue the workaround for retrying his case there, but until then, we got him.
Okay, so since the crime essentially took place in California, the state of California says we are going to handle this instead.
He had separate rape cases, one in California, one in New York.
What's happening with the one in New York?
The one in New York is the one that got overturned, and they're retrying.
Why?
Apparently, according to these fuckers, it's because the judge misapplied the rulings. I don't fucking know.
How the hell
the
does
point
it-
is,
yeah.
the good news is, there is good news. The motherfucker's still going to be behind bars.
will most
He's
likely
going to be
never
on the
make
other
that.
side of the landmass.
That is, you know
further
what?
away from us.
He's going to California. That is already more of a sentence.
So good news, he's further away from us.
The
All
only
right.
way I can imagine them overturning this is if the previous rape case is coercion instead of rape, which is not quite as serious, but still really goddamn serious. But it's still a bad thing.
It's
not
a
as bad, but still bad. I mean, go ahead, keep going. I want to.
Yeah, actually, we could skip that part. Scroll down.
No, I want to see this guy build that roof. That's
yeah, no.
amazing.
Let's
Look
see
at
here.
that.
It's just a quote.
Yeah, this is from the District Attorney's Office of Manhattan. Let's see, from Emily Tuttle, spokesperson for Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg. Quote, we will do everything in our power to retry this case and remain steadfast in our commitment to survivors of sexual assault. She said that in Reuters by email.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's this sack of shit.
USA Today has reached out to Weinstein's representatives for comment. Now, Bombshell reports in 2017 detailed allegations from dozens of women of rape and sexual assault at the hands of Weinstein, prompting others to break their silence with allegations against similarly powerful men and igniting the hashtag #MeToo movement. Weinstein has reportedly maintained his innocence and denied all allegations, as any guilty party would, of non-consensual sex.
His face looks like aged-up bread dough.
And this is a photo from him in 2022. Jesus.
Yeah, ain't that
Okay.
a face only a mom could love?
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Okay, so let me see here. The judge in the case admitted, quote, irrelevant, untested testimony, court says. Motherfucker. Okay, the New York Appeals Court said in a written opinion Thursday that the judge in Weinstein's 2020 case, Judge James Burke, admitted testimony from women with allegations that were not a part of the case,
I
known
see.
as the Molyneux witnesses, but rather, quote, irrelevant, prejudicial, and untested allegations of prior bad acts. This error, quote unquote, was exacerbated when the judge ruled that the former Hollywood producer could be cross-examined regarding these allegations and others, which depicted Weinstein in a, quote, prejudicial light.
Yeah, it turns out committing rape kind of puts you in a prejudicial light. Who would have thought?
Who'd have thunk it?
Who would have thought
Who
that you
would
would
have
not
thought?
have much of a good... You know, who would have thought that goodwill would dry up pretty quickly when you start sexually harassing people?
Under our system of justice, the accused has a right to be held to account only for the crime he's charged, and thus allegations of prior acts may not be admitted against them for those sole purpose of establishing, quote, unquote, a tendency for criminal acts, the court's majority opinion states. Let's see here. So the opinion continues. It is an abuse of judicial discretion to permit untested allegations of nothing more than bad behavior that destroys a defendant's character, but sheds no light in their credibility as related to the criminal charges lodged against them. The court, however, rejected Weinstein's claim that his third-degree rape prosecution was time-barred, ruling that he could be retried on this count. So he's basically saying, like, oh, well, since this happened this long ago and the statute of limitation time frame's up, I can't be retried for this. Bullshit, you can't!
The judge just looked at him like,
Bitch, please.
try me, bitch.
So that was the majority opinion that was written in the appeals court, since it was a 4-3 decision. That means that four of the judges in the appeals court basically agreed to writing that. That means that there are 3 other judges in that appeals court who wrote a dissenting opinion. The ones who voted against overturning the conviction. Here it is over here. Go ahead, Jose, if you'd be so kind.
All right, there's another part of this article with the title reading, Harvey Weinstein conviction overturned is, quote, whitewashing the facts, dissenting opinion states. In their biting opinion, 3 dissenting judges called the overturn of Weinstein's conviction a, quote, whitewashing of the facts to fit for a, quote, he said, she said narrative. Fundamental, this is a quote from the judges. Fundamental misunderstandings of sexual violence perpetrated by men known to and with significant power over the women they victimize are on full display in the majority's opinion.
I see. So basically, they're saying that those accusations were not rape. Those were coercion, which is still bad, but not quite as bad as the thing that he actually did over here.
The statement continues here, quote, by ignoring evidence of the defendant's manipulation and premeditation, which clouded issues of intent, and by failing to recognize that the jury was entitled to consider Weinstein's previous assaults, this court has continued a disturbing trend of overturning juries' guilty verdicts in cases involving sexual violence.
Okay, so they're basically saying, like, okay, for the record, we think that you we 3 judges in this appeals, we think that you 4 motherfuckers are continuing to perpetrate a negative environment for victims of sexual assault and coercion and rape, and just making shit harder for them if they're seeing the biggest motherfucker on the planet having his conviction overturned. So you guys are not helping in any way, shape, or form.
Interesting.
So that's really how, like, we're giving you guys a civics lesson. This is how appeals courts
We are trying to add context.
create context.
Create context.
Remember that line, xeiana and dragonfang. It'll come back later.
Oh my god, this is so goddamn.
Still pretty filthy, all the
Fuck
things.
that guy.
It's very, very fucking filthy, and oh my
I don't
God
know.
Almighty!
The accusers, Ashley Judge, Jennifer Civil, and Newsom speak out, referring to the act as an institutional betrayal, and obtain of a conversation of a statement for the reporters. Scroll that down. Jennifer Civil Newsom, wife of California Governor Gavin Newsom and one of the Weinstein's accusers in the Los Angeles case, called the overturning a very sad day for countless women who suffer at the hands of a serial predator. 2 juries have said unequivocally, Harvey Weinstein must never be able to rape another woman, and he deserves to spend the rest of his life behind bars. Newsom said most men are good men. It's the serial perpetrators of violence against women who are the harm to our society. These are both correct statements.
Yep.
Lawyers, on the other hand, for accusers, decries the overturning specifically.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to. But
Okay,
yeah,
so, no, that would be what's her name? Jennifer Civil Newsom. She's the freaking wife of the governor over there.
Oh.
That of California, Gavin
Hollywood
Newsom.
has so much power that the government of Hollywood is more like...
No, governor of California, not just Hollywood.
California is where Hollywood is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Los
but
Angeles?
it's the governor of California.
the whole state, not just the city.
Hollywood is the government of California.
No, it's not. Real quick.
Who has the power?
Unfortunately, Gavin Newsom does.
Who moves
Politics.
the money?
We have the TARDIS in the chat.
Oh, yeah, shit. Okay.
Oh, hello!
Hey!
We've got Legend of the Traveling TARDIS over here. Thank you, xeiana. I smell geek and absolutely 100% bullshit. I'm beyond sigh. And the Joseph Santos. Hey up there, by the way, buddy. The prosecution in New York used testimony from women not related to this exact case to argue Harvey had a propensity to commit these crimes. Propensity evidence unfairly biases the jury.
That makes sense.
And, yeah,
Especially
examples-
when it comes to crimes like rape that are basically hit every emotional spot in a person's head. Because the moment you hear that, you go, well, obviously this person is literally scum of the earth. Deepest layer of hell.
Okay,
Now,
this is a really weird example, Santos, but I think...
And it makes sense, though.
Yeah, okay. Example of propensity. Just because someone has a habit of farting in the bags of chicken at Subway, that does not mean the accused is responsible for Subway's horrible taste.
That is fairly accurate.
That's
Yes.
fairly
It
accurate.
does make sense.
Yeah.
Blame prosecutors
That
for
makes
presenting
sense.
evidence they know doesn't work. I get that. Also, Fight Center Macrocephalus is over here, and up there, Matthew Coburn, his assets should be taken away and given back to others, like Kevin Smith should be given back Dogma. Yes, definitely.
Yes!
And Haley Ray Stout in the chat. Hey up, Haley Ray Stout. Much love. I did the math, and Weinstein's going to be in prison for 40 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
How old
Yeah,
is
yeah,
he
you're
again?
right. He
70
is.
How
You're
old
right,
is he?
Angel. He is going to
72.
die in prison.
So 70, yeah, he's 72 years old, right, guys?
72.
Well, let's be
Okay,
honest. There is
so-
no amount of punishment that is enough to a certain point without falling into torture. So at least we can take some comfort knowing that he will literally spend the rest of his days behind bars, watching
No matter
everything that
what.
he ever built fall apart and dying alone and unloved, soon to be forgotten by everybody else. And beyond that point, the guy upstairs can handle the rest of the sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think it should stop. Personally, first of all, as far as the victims go, the victims of Harvey Weinstein, I hope they are able to find peace. I hope they're able to find their own closure, their own solace, knowing that this criminal, this monster, is going to be away for a very, very long time.
Like,
The rest of his life.
Here's the craziness on it, and this is down closer to the bottom of the USA Today article, guys. Where is Harvey Weinstein now? Weinstein is currently housed at the Mohawk Correctional Facility in Rome, New York. He returned to New York last year after having been extradited to California to face charges there, according to the Associated Press. So that just means, like I mentioned earlier, he's going to be extradited from New York back over to California. They're like, okay, it's time for you to take care of our pound of flesh that you owe us.
Yeah.
yeah.
Welcome to this layer of Hades. This is your point. It's like robot hell.
I don't
Oh
think
my
it.
God.
But here's what I think, and I've said this before on a particular subject from a while ago, which we will cover a little bit later. But I don't think it should stop at Harvey Weinstein. I think because every popular entertainment mogul has to have an entourage. There has to be people surrounding him. After all, he couldn't have got away with all this crap without a few people around to fan out the flames.
I guarantee you that there are so many skeletons in that closet that it looks like an Indian burial ground. Let me put it this way. This is the guy that got caught so far because he was the only one that was powerful enough to believe that he was untouchable.
Juancho, would you agree that the people associated with Harvey Weinstein who may have known about this, who may have had a hand in this, they also need to be held accountable?
They would need to be held accountable, but as far as criminal charges is concerned, only whoever's accused in the lawsuit has to be the one facing the music.
The worst they could get is
Last I checked-
associated.
Last I checked, being the assistant to someone who is a freaking sexual predator like this guy doesn't necessarily mean that you yourself were party to the crime.
Yeah.
Unless there's a way that you can prove, by the way, this motherfucker was the one who said, hey, I'm here to drive you to see Mr. Weinstein over here for
The Goon Cave audition.
yeah, whatever. And fucking, I will drive you over here. And you would have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this person knew that whoever this driver, whoever this production assistant is, that they knew that they were driving this person to be sexually assaulted by Weinstein.
Well, I was being
that
more
person
yeah,
can
no.
easily make the accusation. Listen,
I am literally just a driver, man.
I just work here, all right? I don't even need this job no more.
Yeah.
Well, no, I get what you're saying. I'm talking about in the sense of helping him cover his ass, cover his tracks.
That's what we're referring to here as well, Jose.
There's
When
something
it comes to
fascinating
criminal
about
courts,
criminal
that's how it goes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go on.
I actually took the time to watch some of recent criminal cases because I knew we were talking about this, so I started looking around for some high-profile cases and how they got caught. And the reality of the matter is that most criminals are monumentally fucking stupid. I am not exaggerating. Let me put it this way. Criminals are so goddamn fucking stupid that our law system has a system in place to ensure that they don't incriminate themselves too much.
It's called the Fifth Amendment.
Exactly. Like, we literally had to put safeguards so you don't give yourself life in jail every time you open your mouth. And because the amount of... Okay, we've seen a lot of way too many criminal movies. People have a very stupidly skewed view of how crimes actually progress. The majority of criminals are not that... They are not that good at covering their tracks. It is very easy for them to get caught, especially when they're committing this type of crime, which leaves a lot of evidence. And more importantly, when they're getting away with it because they have money and power. You know the movie American Psycho?
Yes, I have the movie. I like the movie.
How Bateman basically just commits random crimes and people either don't pay attention or he gets away by sheer fucking happenstance.
Yes.
That's real life when it comes to rich people that commit crimes. They have so much money that the people that know will look the other way. And the people that don't know are so low in the ladder, they have no idea what the hell their boss is doing. I guarantee you, the guy who drove those girls to the studio basically was going, man, the boss is getting a lot of interviews this week.
Oh no, I get what you're saying, man. The victims are left suffering in pain and with consequences. Meanwhile, the perpetrators are left walking on sunshine.
Well, not in this case. That fucker's walking into the darkest pit you can possibly imagine, which is nice to see justice happen for a change.
That's the only real silver lining over here, is that it's not like he's just getting let go free and clear. It's just that now he only has to serve the 16-year sentence in California, while the New York District Attorney case has to be retried and redone with the omission of the Molyneux witnesses on there, basically saying like, okay, these witnesses who weren't specifically party to this case, that was what screwed it up. These witnesses, if you guys are going to go ahead and do over, cannot be used.
Yep.
That's okay.
And also,
D.
right
Joseph.
new evidence can be brought forth too.
Yeah,
That's true.
you can basically extend the sentence. So, best case scenario, this dude that's in jail. Worst case scenario, he gets out of jail at the age of 88 and dies poor and alone. Not exactly what he deserves, but all the same, a little bit of karma goes a long way.
And who's to say what kind of circumstances might happen while
Listen,
he's
man,
behind
it's
bars?
Hollywood. People fucking disappear all the time.
And let's not lie to ourselves. The prison system in the most populous state in the country, let's just say it doesn't have the best reputation.
People disappear all the time. It's California. Let's not forget that if he gets out of jail, he's going to have to deal with his associates, whose entire little ring of joy he just basically broke up. Because now that the guy on top, was found, accused, proved, and tried, that means that everybody's fair game. And whoever was involved in that shit, because you said it yourself, Joe, there's no way this was a one-man type of business, basically have to walk on pins and needles for the rest of their lives. Because the second they get accused with something and the slightest bit of evidence comes out that they were connected to Harvey in any way, shape, or form, their entire life is completely over.
Pretty much, this whole situation involving Harvey Weinstein is just one in a series of cautionary tales of Hollywood, and it also serves as a huge warning to anyone in the entertainment business on who to trust as far as producers and entertainment moguls are concerned.
Nobody.
But thankfully, as like you'd like to say sometimes, Angel, the wheels of justice do move slowly, but they always turn towards justice. Yeah. But I was also taking a look over here at TARDIS. He's saying they consider this bad behavior, and theft is just borrowing someone's property with the option of returning it.
Yeah.
Ladies, thoughts? I know that you've been a little quiet, and I apologize.
I don't blame you. This subject is heavy.
This is some unpleasant shit, no matter which way you look at it.
I mean, but also no matter what, he's gonna go behind bars. So that's at least the good thing.
Yeah, he will never hurt anybody else again.
We never know if there's gonna be new evidence that's gonna be brought
There could be
forth.
new dirt to dig up.
Who knows? Maybe the retelling of this case will reveal more people connected to the case.
Yeah,
if
maybe
there were
there'll
any.
be even more jail time assigned.
Or more people will come forward with more incriminating evidence. Maybe to extend that term longer.
Which one was this? Was this the New York one?
This was
Never
New York.
know.
Okay, and when did that one happen?
Let me see. That one was 2020. No, 2017.
2017.
Okay.
It started in 2017.
So, because of the Me Too movement, I mean, that means that more people can have worked up their courage to say, this is what happened to me,
Because most
this is my
people,
story.
when someone gets raped, they're not going to want to talk about it because it's too traumatizing.
And
Well, it's also because some people won't even listen. They say, no, you're just making
you're just
stuff
making it up. You're a girl, or you're just making it up. It's like, no.
So, my opinion, I'm just happy that hopefully he'll just die in jail because,
let him rot.
no.
Yeah, it's the least he deserves.
Let him rot.
Pretty much, and of course, here on this channel, we encourage victims of sexual abuse, of any form of abuse. If you're on the receiving end, if you need to speak out, please go ahead and speak out and let your voice be heard.
And I went ahead and I shared a link to a Google Doc that our friend Andy Signore had put together some time ago with community resources that people can use in order to reach out. Because, like I said, help is always available for these kind of things. For example, there is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. There's Why Doesn't This Move? Because it's stuck.
It's too disgusted by what he saw.
Damn it!
Even the article is like, bro, my binaries cannot handle how horrible this is.
All right. Well, wait, we got to move it.
Yeah,
Never mind.
National Domestic Violence. Let's see here. Yeah, there's plenty of different resources here. The Trevor Project. These are all community resources that Andy Signore had put up with our siblings over at Popcorn Planet. And so I strongly recommend, guys, if you have situations such as these, don't be afraid to reach out. Do not do what I just did.
There are resources out there to help you, limited as they may seem at some times. There are people out there who care and will listen to what you had to say.
And hopefully,
they are always willing to take however, like, if you need to talk for like 5 hours, they will sit there and let you talk.
I mean, that's
for
what they're
5
there
hours.
for.
Exactly. They're on your time.
And they're there to help you out. So, again, props to Andy Signore. May your bucket of popcorn always be properly crisped and just lightly buttered enough to have that rich flavor.
No, drown it in butter.
Dude, Juancho, I haven't eaten dinner
Drown
yet.
it.
Don't make
I
me
haven't
hungry.
eaten
Drown it
Don't
in
make us hungry
cheese.
early, okay, man?
Have you ever had black popcorn?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Surprisingly savory.
Yeah.
I like
Right?
it.
Cheese popcorn rules. Thank you.
Yes.
You know what? I just like my chocolate drizzle popcorn.
That's good
I actually
too.
had that one. I heard it's pretty good.
It's
All
so
right.
much good. It's so much fun.
So much fun.
It's
Now
so
we
much
all want to
fun.
eat.
Now, moving on from one famous piece of shit to another famous piece of shit.
It begins.
Yes,
Actually,
this-
it continues.
it continues. This is a follow-up from a story that we have talked about since late January. So the last time we talked
him.
about this, Vince McMahon has stepped down from the WWE and from TKO Holdings entirely after a lawsuit was filed against him from one of his victims, Janelle Grant.
His face looks like it's melting.
And this lawsuit,
damn.
yeah, no, and this lawsuit came in light, I believe, on the week of January 26th, right, Juan?
As a matter of fact, yes. This is how everything started going down. And from this article provided by Sportico, it looks as if the father of sports entertainment, pal, is finally fucking gone from World Wrestling
He
Entertainment.
may have been sports entertainment's father, but he wasn't their daddy.
Exactly.
That's right. So, there were reports that came out for the past couple of months that Vince McMahon has been selling his shares of TKO Holdings bit by bit, and now we have a new article to provide us an update here. The headline reads, "Yep, Vince McMahon lists final TKO shares for sale."
And this was put up yesterday. And this is by Sportico, written by Brendan Coffey. All right, so yeah, get it.
WWE founder Vince McMahon is selling the last of his shares in TKO Group Holdings, a move that would end the executives' association with the business he has worked for more than 50 years.
TKO was formed with the purchase of WWE last year by Endeavor Group Holdings, files a prospectus Friday afternoon showing that McMahon may sell up to 8.02 million shares he holds in the company, worth more than $776 million at TKO's closing price of $96.76 on
Do we
Friday.
even know how many shares there are there?
Enough.
Well, I'll put it this way: TKO Group Holdings and Endeavor, they're worth approximately $20 billion.
Okay, I'm just saying to have that many million shares is a bit ridiculous.
Right.
No kidding.
Welcome to big business. Nothing but golden parachutes as far as
Well,
the
yeah,
eye can
that
see.
just only shows that they're mainly making the shareholders and
That
the
has always
staff.
been like that.
Yeah.
While the filing
money.
suggests McMahon is exiting the business, he previously had listed all of his TKO shares for sale in September after the company was created. McMahon subsequently sold 8.4 million shares in November, another 5.35 million shares in March, and nearly 3.5 million shares in early April.
Also listed as a seller is WWE President Nick Khan, who filed to sell what appears to be all of his holdings of the 234,424
Damn.
shares, an amount that includes restricted stock units, which the executive has amassed. Khan listed the same shares for sale in the September prospectus, and to date has not sold any WWE stock. He also remains in his position at the company. Basically, it's really a whole lot of nothing. It's just him, like, oh, hey, by the way, if anyone's interested in buying some of my stuff, I'm game.
In both cases, the filing makes the shares eligible for sale, but doesn't mean they will be sold. In practice, across the corporate world, such filings typically result in the sale of the listed shares shortly after. A spokesperson for TKO Group declined to comment, of course.
McMahon began working for WWE, then known as World Wrestling Federation, after college in the 1960s. He bought the business from his father and, over the following decades, built it into a sports entertainment powerhouse and made himself a billionaire in the process. In 2022, he stepped down from WWE after disclosures that the company had made millions of dollars in payments on his behalf to settle sexual misconduct complaints. As controlling shareholder, he reappointed himself chairman at the end of 2022 to engineer a sale of the business.
I rehire myself so I can sell myself.
This is a good summary to catch everyone up.
Yes, please. In September last year, so 2023, Endeavor Group Holdings, the parent of rival league UFC, bought WWE and merged it into a newly formed publicly traded business, TKO.
Yep. McMahon was again was forced to resign from his new role as executive chairman of TKO in January after a sex trafficking lawsuit accused him and other executives of sexual coercion and other terrorizing acts, which we will not repeat the details again on this channel.
The last thing we need.
There was some shit there that we want to talk about anymore.
The last thing we need is to relitigate that shit.
Hell
I
no.
hate you. How dare you?
Shit, man, I'm just trying to go with it.
All right. Before Friday's disclosure that he may sell all his TKO stock, McMahon has sold $1.365 billion worth of TKO stock since November. Assuming he sells his remaining shares near market value, he'll have realized more than $2 billion on TKO stock in 6 months.
Damn, that much money.
Yeah.
Golden parachutes, as far as the eye can see.
Basically, on the one hand, he's selling a last of all of his stock,
Which means that he will have no connection to this company ever again.
So he can't rehire himself.
He can never even
Exactly.
go
Can't
near the
squeeze in
building.
the door.
Exactly, and with WWE making huge business strides this year, they've pretty much wiped their hands clean, figuratively and literally, of Vince McMahon.
There is a beautiful irony in that the WWE is now doing better creatively without him that he has done with him in the last 10 years.
It's kind of hilarious if you think about it. Like, hey, we got rid of the founder who's been running this place for over 30 plus years in this particular way.
Oh goodness, is something wrong? Oh no!
Oh my God, things are getting fucking better. We have new people in the production of the TV shows for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and their production value has gone way through the roof. They're selling out arenas so hard that they've had to readjust how their stages are set
That
up
is
now
incredible.
to accommodate more seats.
And the people and the talent and the staff backstage are actually treated like,
people.
Actual people.
Door
Actual
opens,
people.
CM Punk walks out. I am also here now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, by the way, guys, I'm here too.
We
Yay,
get
that
back
makes
fan
sense.
favorites. New wrestlers are getting a chance to glow. Older wrestlers are showing their stuff, and we even have some rising stars that are coming from behind us. Incredible dark horses like LA Knight.
But what's
just earlier? Like last night, they even brought in someone from NXT, Carmelo Hayes.
Well,
That's
shit.
right. But more importantly, and this is relevant to the story, the WWE right now is fostering a positive working environment, a positively safe working environment for all the talent and for all the staff working for the company in some capacity.
At least as positive as you can make it when your entire business model is beat the shit out of each other. But hey, man.
It's simulate combat to make it appear that we're beating the absolute shit out of each other.
Entertainment.
In order to
Entertainment, buddy.
It's real to me!
It's like you're acting in a movie.
I mean, yeah, that's why so many wrestlers go
Fight
to theater after a
scene.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, stage combat.
Stage combat.
And
Mortal
fight.
Kombat.
But that being said, I will say what I've said before when this whole news broke out in January. Vince McMahon, enjoy your retirement. You've earned it. Don't come back.
Yeah.
And I believe in the famous words of Douglas Adams, so long and thanks for all the fish.
And thanks for all the fish.
To his credit, he gave us some damn good fish before all the power went to his head and he started just shitting all over he built.
Now,
Like he gave us excellent fresh fish for a long time
The
that
fish
we were
was
so
bad.
used to the taste of this good fish. But now, like in his later years, his fish has gotten bad. It started getting spoiled,
didn't
and then
even
he
learn how
tried
to
to
dry
sell
it.
us old fish. We didn't want the old fish.
That fish stinks.
That fish be steak. And he's like,
Thanks,
no,
bruh.
it's aged to perfection, pal.
Listen, I had aged fish, alright? It's called gazpacho, and it's a very, very strong acquired taste.
Gazpacho, isn't that the
Blah.
cold vegetable soup?
No.
Yes, it is.
There's two types.
Oh.
There's the cold vegetable soup gazpacho, and then there's the special type of gazpacho that is done with codfish that has been kept in salt and a combination
Oh,
of vinegar
bacalao! Oh my
for the
gosh!
strongest time, and combined with green onions and rock salt to create something that is either the best thing you ever had or concentrate bleach on your taste buds.
Listen, man, you can't scare me with this gazpacho crap.
Ew.
I will make it for you one day.
Oh my
Just
lord!
give me the green onions. That's all I want.
With that being said, I do want to end this little bit with some minor good news on our channel.
Please.
Next Saturday on May 4th, May the 4th,
May the fourth be
May the
with you,
fourth be
At
with
1
you.
p.m.
Also with you.
and also with you.
and also with you, at 1 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, we will be hosting another wrestling live watch party for the upcoming WWE pay-per-view event, WWE's Backlash, which will be held for the first time overseas in the country of France.
France.
So,
Oui.
Didi Croissant. So what's really great about it is we're going to we're actually going to be able to do Los Amigos play and the Ravens flock after this because thank goodness it's over in France. So it'll be over by like what 4:30.
Yeah, it'll be over by 4 o'clock.
So I know that Xeiana and Dragonfang, y'all aren't big on wrestling. You're not required to be here until like time for Los Amigos play. So
We'll be here in time for
to watch like
for
probably the end of the
Metal
show.
Gear.
More Metal Gear
We'll
Solid.
be here in time for the peanut gallery.
This is just a
Exactly.
result of the action, but Joe, don't you find it a little funny that ever since Vince McMahon was removed from the show and, the situation of the company began to improve, we have been doing more wrestling watch parties in 2023 and 24 that we have done in the last 10 years of Ravens Flock?
Well, yeah, because WWE has finally embraced the world part in World Wrestling Entertainment, and they're now expanding globally to holding their live events in different parts of the world.
I know.
And I'm not just talking about Saudi Arabia.
I know, it's just kind of fascinating that after it got good, you yourself said, you know what, let's go do more watch parties. Because back in the day, I know for a fact that you were down on the ground every time WWE was mentioned because you were like, yeah, no, everything I love has turned to shit. I'm used to it. And then, bro, the shit became fertilizer for the most beautiful flowers I ever seen in my life.
I know, right?
Yeah!
Yeah! It's like a phoenix that just rose from the ashes.
I know.
It's so beautiful.
Look in its eyes. What do you see?
The cult of personality.
Isn't it beautiful?
Now,
How can it be? This cult of personality.
Now, unfortunately, the same cannot be said for all entertainment
Are
companies.
you kidding me? These are the best news I've seen all day.
Let's get all.
But we'll get to that when we get to that.
But first, let's say hello to Aaron Cooper and the folks in the chat here, guys.
He said, "Oui."
Oh, oui, oui.
Wee-wee.
The Legend of Traveling TARDIS said, I dated worse.
Yes, in equale PC baguettes.
And Aaron Cooper said, so no bad weather there tonight? Nope. Okay, well then.
Knock on wood.
Ha.
No, I want the
Very
rain.
nice. The skies are clear. For
I
a
want
change.
the rain.
All right. Now, as I said, unfortunately, not all entertainment companies were able to have that much luck. Not everybody bats 100.
Alas, no, not even the biggest companies can give us success the entire time. However, there is one company that brings us non-stop entertainment every time, and it's certainly not because I'm buying their shit.
And you know what they have?
It brings us marshmallows too.
And you know what they have with WWE in common?
What's that?
They keep giving us more content.
So,
Ladies and
Angel,
gentlemen,
my dear friend.
a little earlier than expected, but let's talk about Blizzard.
Damn it!
I'm gonna say this again. Not again.
I know.
Yes, again.
No,
Charcoal
never
dis-
again.
And we
Charcoal
have
this bitch
our
for me.
bonfires ready and our marshmallows.
Of course.
Yeah. Get in line.
I kept thinking that was our microphone.
Oh my god.
God, it actually was.
That would
One
have
day
been
it's going to
bad.
happen.
Oh, Juan would kill me.
It's
I would
gonna
be
happen
six-
one
I
day.
would be
You know, while we're waiting in
Are we
line to
out?
have
Are
our
we out
marshmallows
again?
toasted,
No.
Angel, why don't we give them a little bit of a brief con history for one of Activision Blizzard's big huge events?
Of course, there is no denying that, horrible controversy aside, Blizzard really did strike gold with World of Warcraft, and they became one of the biggest video game companies in the world.
Big it.
So as a specter of a company that big, they decided to start a con of their own. The original BlizzCon was considered to be was based mostly on World of Warcraft. Eventually, it extended to their previous works, and it became one of the most well sought out, expensive, and pursued cons in the entire country. Specifically because if you went to those cons back in the day, you could get exclusive codes for mounts in World of Warcraft.
Really?
That you could not get anywhere else. To this day, I still remember the drama created by the Celestial Horse mount, which, okay, admittedly, it was a pretty damn good mount.
And now it's in the shop.
And now it's in the shop, and you can buy it for real money.
Yeah, wait.
I think it was like what, like $25?
$25 for a fucking
I
mount.
admit I was one who bought it.
Hello, Shamanistic Unicorn Tim. Nice
Hello,
to see you.
Tim.
Happy to see you here in the chat, but go on, Angel.
Damn, thank you so much. So obviously, as you know, eventually the years went by, and as the popularity of World of Warcraft slightly waned, and Blizzard's incredibly shady business decisions and work environments became more and more known, the popularity of the company took a hit. And then came the sexual harassment lawsuits, and it took another hit. And then the COVID-19 pandemic ended, so people were able to go outside and touch grass again, and it took another hit. And then... have you heard about the award-winning MMO Final Fantasy XIV, which you can play free up to level 60 for the entirety of the Stormblood expansion?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. After so many years of basically being the giant, the dominator of the MMO scene, Final Fantasy XIV, after an admittedly massive stumbling with their first version,
They blew the servers up.
They kind of fucked it up real bad. They came right back with the hounds of their savior, Mr. Yoshi P, who brought it
Bless
back.
that man.
And he has become the second most popular MMO in the entire world, and the only one that consistently competes with World of Warcraft. It hasn't helped that World of Warcraft has sort of screwed the pooch in terrible ways, and he hasn't even gone out of his way to take care of the puppies, or take her out to dinner, or pay child support.
This is what World of Warcraft is right now.
So,
On fire.
Unfortunately, yes. The dumpster keeps getting bigger and smellier, and now the inevitable consequence of the lack of popularity has come to
And
bite them.
goodwill.
And goodwill, thank you, has come to bite them in the asshole.
Real quick in the
Again.
chat, Tam is over here saying, try lighting from the bottom so the flames go up. That's actually way smarter. Why
I
didn't
see
do
fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire covering
The
so
city of
beacons!
Warcraft is glowing this
I see
evening.
fire
Sandra's been
burning
lit.
the breeze.
The city
it's
of
beautiful.
Warcraft is glowing this evening.
Oh my god.
True, it's because it's on fire.
It really is burning.
But still, there's love.
And I will find that GC if I have to burn down all of Paris. Unfortunately, the business are nowhere near as horny as Josh Frollo would like them to, because according to Polygon, after so many years and after so many consecutive failures, BlizzCon 2024 is cancelled.
God fucking damn it. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bang.
Fire!
But to come back, quote, in future years.
Yeah, that is not coming back.
Please
The
no.
decision was not made lightly. This is by Nicole Carpenter.
We can say,
That's sweet
usually
potatoes.
when they say, oh, it's canceled, but we'll come back, 9 times out of 10, it never comes back. How many times have we heard this for other cons? A lot.
Uh-huh.
We've personally seen cons be canceled. Say they're gonna come back. Never comes back.
we were at cons that have been canceled.
Yeah.
Like at the end of some of those cons.
I remember a con that
There
was
was-
canceled literally like 3 days before it was supposed to happen.
See, here's the problem.
Yep.
Competition destroys in some way, shape, or form. The Game Awards, 1 star by Jeff Keighley, are no longer around. They were canceled. He said they would come back, but they're not going to come back. You know why? Because Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft decided to make their own
You mean
award.
E3?
E3. It doesn't exist anymore. Why? Because the companies that work at E3 decided, why don't we just do our own thing instead of having to fight and jockey for space and position? In one way, shape, or form, the change has happened. Here, well, the results have been slightly less complicated. Now then,
So let's continue with.
Also, since we were mentioning cons that were dying, let me just remind you. Big things on the horizon.
Oh my god. Let's move on to the article, you bastard.
oh, come
Anyways.
on, you know it was funny.
So, in this article.
Please put this away.
So, in this article provided to us by Polygon, which is, we have our opinions about Polygon.
There's at least one good journalist in there somewhere.
Blizzard Entertainment has canceled this year's fan convention BlizzCon, which was expected to be held in Anaheim, California in November. The company, which is now owned by Microsoft, announced a cancellation on Thursday, but promised to bring the event back, quote, in future years. And this is a statement. This was a statement put out by the BlizzCon website that says, and I quote, "After careful consideration now over the last year, we at BlizzCon have made the decision not to hold BlizzCon in 2024. This decision was not made lightly, as BlizzCon remains a very special event for all of us, as we know many of you look forward to it. While we're approaching this year differently, as we have explored different event formats in the past, rest assured that we are just as excited as ever to bring BlizzCon back in future years."
Yay!
Instead, Blizzard expects to announce details about its upcoming slate of games like World of Warcraft: The War Within and Diablo 4's Vessel of Hatred expansion later this year on its own and, quote, other industry trade shows like Gamescom, which is scheduled for August 21st, August 24th in Cologne, Germany. Overwatch 2 esports are still on the schedule for DreamHack Dallas and DreamHack Stockholm.
There's a hack in there, all right.
Blizzard wrote, while in-person World of Warcraft events will be hosted for the game's 30th anniversary. Quote, while these events are distinct from BlizzCon, we're harnessing all of our creativity and imagination to ensure that they carry the same spirit of celebration together.
You know, I know we made references earlier on Los Amigos Play, but this is like the slowest sinking ship that we have seen in years. Like, dude, the people of the Titanic are telling you to just go down and get it over with.
Here's the problem. World of Warcraft is still pretty big. Overwatch is still, surprisingly, pretty big. And what was the other game that they mentioned there? Diablo? Despite being the worst version of it all, Diablo 4 sold incredibly well. So this is not one Titanic. This is three Titanics hazardly welded together, and their own weight is keeping them buoyant. That shit is slowly sinking, and it's going to scrape against every iceberg it can find. But it's going to go down eventually.
All right, Angel, you go ahead and take over the article.
This year's BlizzCon was expected to mark the second year in a row that the event would be held in person after it was cancelled in 2020 due to the COVID pandemics. The show went digital in 2021 and was cancelled again until 2022. BlizzCon 2024 would also have been the first event since Microsoft's $68.7 billion acquisition for Activision Blizzard was finalized. That deal took 21 months to complete. Months later, Microsoft laid off 1,900 workers across its gaming divisions, which included heavy cuts to Activision Blizzard. That's right, guys. The company got even bigger, so we need you even less. Get the fuck out. BlizzCon is typically Blizzard's big barn burger event where the company announces its biggest games and updates. Blizzard does have the aforementioned World of Warcraft and Diablo 4 expansions, but there's just not that much to announce after the developer's untitled survival game was cancelled alongside the layoffs. The survival game that was announced in 2022 has a vast realm of possibility waiting to be explored, and the studio's first new franchise since Overwatch in 2006. These people haven't made a good game in almost a decade.
I will honestly be very, very disappointed.
Oh yeah,
It's
100%.
sad.
The game was reportedly in development for 6 years before the cancel. By the way, if a game gets cancelled, you cannot put it on your resume.
And
so
that's
those
the
6
thing,
years
6
just
years
become
of
a hole.
hard work
Yeah, down the drain.
means nothing.
Down the drain, man.
At least you got paid.
Gone.
The game cancellation.
It's sad.
According to Bloomberg's, Overwatch's 2 planned story mode hero missions were also cancelled last year, and the story mode missions reportedly in jeopardy too. Yeah, by the way, they already announced those things. They're gone.
They're gone now.
Screw you. They may leave little less. So basically, they had to cancel it because they had nothing else to announce.
And Blizzard fans are understandably upset about the event's cancellation beyond new game announcements. BlizzCon is also a rare place for players, some of whom have played online together for years, to meet and gather. I get that, but
I mean, also there's other places to meet and gather, other cons and stuff.
Yeah, like just go to a con.
Now, obviously, it's no secret that the COVID-19 pandemic has really, impacted a lot of popular entertainment companies in the past 5 years. I mean, hell, before Rooster Teeth's closure, their RTX con had to be canceled because of the coronavirus.
Oh yeah,
And it never came back, did it?
And it never came back.
Oh, funny thing you should mention that. I just found out that there's a chance that Ruby might in fact come back.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Turns out that while Rooster Teeth is falling down to the ground, Ruby itself counts as its own independent IP. So there is a chance, depending on the circumstances, that the train wreck is not over yet.
Don't do it, Angel. Don't give me false hope.
This is not a guarantee, but they told us in a report that the original writers are still on board.
Don't give me false hope, man.
Dude, come on.
mean,
It
that
was
would
so
be nice
fucking
if it comes
terrible.
back.
I want an equally
It'd be
shitty
fun for it
conclusion.
to come back at least.
I would like a proper
Angel,
conclusion, at least.
Angel, my man, the folks at Ruby. Jose, I know that you can appreciate this. The folks at Ruby have to finish the story.
Fuck all of you, except for Xeiana Rose and Dragonfang.
Listen, I just want
I
to
was
see how
gonna
much better they
say.
make John completely by accident.
Shut up.
Come on! It would be fun to see how much they fucked up this entire thing. But that's completely different. Point in case is, Blizzard is making money, but he's basically making money because he has 3 things that make money. And when those 3 things run out,
Warcraft and
Diablo, Warcraft,
and
and
Overwatch.
Overwatch. And once that's done and over with, shit's gonna start falling apart real quick.
which explains why these guys keep putting expansions and don't develop anything new.
Here's
Man.
the only thing: there is only so much you can milk the same franchise before it starts getting stale.
Yeah.
and then you start getting convoluted storylines. Kingdom Hearts. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. Bro.
That's thing. There's
You're
only
absolutely
so
right.
much that you can
Retcon,
do.
retcon,
Yeah, because
retcon.
then you start retconning, and
know
then you
what the best
start
part is?
making people confused,
What?
and then you get so many games. You're like, wait,
And then
where,
you
where do I
end some
start?
of the games which have-
does this go before this one?
Yeah. And then you end some of the games, and then you're like, oh, but you needed to play this in order to get all of
Understand
this. And
this.
you're like, wait, what?
You know, it's times like
But
this.
then-
And then they
there's
get
no
rid
way
of,
to
and then they
find
get rid of certain things, so then you can
Yeah.
never see the story, and you're like, what?
Oh, don't forget the part that
Like
they keep
you-
firing
like
senior
Destiny?
developers.
Yeah.
Like Destiny?
Union.
Like Destiny?
Like Union.
Wait, no, it is Destiny, right? The one
Destiny
that they
2.
took
Yeah.
a lot of content with people like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah,
About
it is.
70%
It
of
is
the
Destiny.
original Destiny 2 doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
All that is left is raids and an
So
increasingly
what
shitty
if they
story
start
mode.
doing that with
Maybe I
some of
need to go
these?
back on and
They're
see.
money makers.
Okay, as far
They might.
as getting the convoluted storylines and stuff for franchises is concerned, and
Right.
since you gave Kingdom Hearts as an example, it's not that convoluted. Everyone is Xehanort, everyone else is Sora.
But Xehanort is
Any
dead now.
questions? No? Good.
Xehanort is dead now. so.
Everyone is Xehanort, everyone else is Sora.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm a
Everyone is Xehanort, everyone else is Sora.
I
Donald,
love
which one are
Kingdom
you?
Hearts, but
So-
even I'm confused.
All right, so to summarize the past art, so to summarize this piece of the news, BlizzCon canceling this year is a huge blow to the fans who are expecting to go because it's also a blow to the company, to Activision Blizzard.
It's not a good signifier for these guys.
Well, when was it
That
supposed
article
to be?
didn't say
In November.
In
November? Okay.
over in
so
California.
I was like, it's not like last minute cancellation, right?
It's not a last minute cancellation, but you got it. But you have to. But we have to anticipate that folks have pre-ordered their tickets ahead of time, so
Oh, they'll get their tickets refunded.
they'll get their tickets refunded. Yeah, that's going to be a big mess.
Tam Tam is
I would hope that they would be getting their, tickets
You would
refunded.
think. Basically, there was no time to even buy the tickets because normally they're supposed to announce when the con is going to happen and then the tickets go for sale. It's not going to happen at all. It's
like,
it's
save your money.
Jober.
not yet.
Not yet, but like you said, it's pretty much like 3 Titanic ships glued together. The company
Yeah.
will still keep going as long as Microsoft continues to pour money into it.
It's
Pieces
in
will
limbo.
keep falling
It's in
off.
limbo right now.
Listen, if we just keep throwing enough sailors overboard, eventually the boat will be so light we will just keep sailing forever. And if I sail high enough, I'll turn this boat into an aircraft carrier.
All right, Wancho?
No, I was actually going to point out here. Tam Tam's like, I like this larger group. A lot of great ideas and toasted marshmallows.
Thank you.
And yes, she's right. She said that you're right about that. And yes, you're right, Angel. Look, just feels horrible for the folks who like the franchises there, who are big World of Warcraft fans. We all know like big like cosplayers and fans and people who play the stuff. What Dark Lady cosplay? What's her face? Kira. She is like an ambassador to everything World of Warcraft.
They approached her
Yeah.
for almost all of them.
Well,
How many friends do we?
Yeah, and she's. And by the way, shout out to Dark Lady Kira. Much love to you, hun. You're a freaking genius.
By the way, and also, how many cosplay friends do we know in the community that cosplay from Overwatch?
Quite a few.
Plenty. Do you have any idea how many tracer butts I know? I'll tell you. Many.
I'm not really an Overwatch fan that much, but I've seen like a lot of my friends cosplay
Oh,
Overwatch.
the Mercy
so
cosplay.
Listen, while our opinions
Love
on Blizzard are
Mercy.
clearly divided, we can never forget the fact that they did have important contributions to the gaming industry. In some way, shape, or form, World of Warcraft reshaped the entire world of MMOs for better and eventually for worse.
If you don't believe us, just look up the funeral wipe.
Exactly. That's how we became friends in college. Isn't
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
And on the subject of
What's that?
Wait. The plague. The plague.
Oh, yeah, there was a plague.
Yeah, the plague.
Oh, yeah, they had a plague.
They had a
event.
plague.
World of
That
Warcraft that
infected
actually
everyone.
doctors study.
Wasn't it
Wasn't an
right
event.
before
It was a glitch.
It was a
It was a glitch, wasn't it? Right
That
before
killed
But
the
it was a
pandemic?
disease.
Oh no, this was years ago.
Oh, it was years before. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
There was also the fact that Diablo itself pretty much popularized what will become the looter games, so where you're basically getting as much loot as possible, and Overwatch revolutionized the SFM porn industry.
He's not wrong.
Listen,
Do you have any idea how many polygons were
hey
made
guys, do
for
you know
all
that
that Tracer?
do you know that
Mercy
Tracer
porn?
is supposed to be lesbian?
Do you know
yeah,
how
I know
people-
that.
You would not know if you went online to look up information on Tracer. Because the amount of miles of gigabytes of that woman taking dick that exist in
I
the
mean,
world
terabytes.
are hilariously high.
horny fan people, you put your keyboards down. Don't you dare go.
No,
on.
No.
keep them up. They're the only thing keeping this franchise alive right now.
Fuck, you're right.
What? Yeah, I know.
You can't
I know you're
stop
watching.
them.
I know you're
Jose,
watching.
you can't
I'll
stop
send you the
them.
zip file.
Shut up!
Oh my
That's not what I
God.
meant!
The point is, like, we know that the cancellation of BlizzCon is hurting the community, and that doesn't spell well for Activision Blizzard in terms of their fan engagement and operation. But at the same time, like with us, we've been the reason why we fucking toast these marshmallows isn't because we enjoy this shit. It's because we see the fucking monstrosity and the stupidity that happens in their business practices
And
that
some
causes
of-
this stuff to happen.
Some of us actually played the games.
See,
It's
I have not.
The frequency of how many bad shit, how much bad news keeps popping up with the company has become routine, borderline routine.
That's why we keep saying again.
Many years ago, Bethesda released the Horse DLC armor for $2.50. It was an astounding success. Today, Diablo 4 expects you to buy a mount of a really cool-looking demonic crystallized horse for $59.99.
Wait.
Yeah.
no, starts.
So a mount for
Yes.
$50.
It is
Yes.
literally a 2.500x increase. Welcome to modern gaming. It's not
How
getting
is
any better
that
from
worth
here.
it? Fuck that.
It is not getting any better from here.
But people will buy it.
By the way, Diablo 4 is a fully priced $69.99. All of that multiplayer only bullshit.
Oh my God!
Watch
Who would
out.
have thought that Cliff Bleszinski would actually
He
be
called it.
preferable
He was
in
a mad
these modern
prophet.
times? But then again, he also gave us Lawbreakers, and I'm still gonna rag on him for that.
Lawbreakers literally ceased to exist a week after it came out.
I think now is a good time to move on to the another article, Juancho, because we're continuing the trend of entertainment companies hitting rock bottom.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about, well, that, I don't know when you got that article. I wasn't meant to show you that. That is actually good news.
Oh, that's
It's a good game that came out by Level 5 Studios, which is called, can you click on that real quick?
Oh,
It's called, there it is. Look at that. It's Boltes 5. You remember Boltes 5?
yeah.
Is this Transformers?
Yeah.
No,
No,
it
it's,
looks like it.
it's
Looks
not
like
Transformers.
But this will be after what we.
Yeah.
It'll be after. Okay, but
Basically,
let's,
good news is there's a new cool game where you can make your own mechs and play a story mode.
we'll get to that when we get
Yeah.
to that.
Now
but-
let's talk
it's like
about fun
Gundam
things.
as well, and
Let's talk about
Evangelion.
Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov is a first-person shooter game where you compete against other players to collect as much loot as possible and, well, escape.
Oh, so this
From
is good news,
Tarkov.
not bad news.
Oh no, well it should
It's a
be.
game.
The game is fairly cheap. It's like $29.99. Look for the Forbes article, please.
Oh, the
It's
fourth.
$29.99 and it gets continuous updates. Recently got an update and things were not so good, my friend.
Alright, what happened? What happened?
You had
According
me.
to Forbes.
You had me for 30
Forbes.
seconds.
Forbes.
Just Forbes.
According to Forbes, the Escape from Tarkov fans are very outraged at the new $250 pay-to-win new edition of the game.
Jeez, I don't even pay that much for WWE
Did they add
2K24.
an
What the
extra-
hell?
did they, like,
And I got the
accidentally
deluxe
add
edition
an
for
extra
$100.
No.
So is this $250 after you buy the original game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck you and
So-
you
so-
and you
so you're
and
saying
you and me and
that
everybody.
Give me your money.
This is
That's what they're saying.
$280
Nice when I ask it.
all included. $280.
Yeah, the original game cost $29, so this is almost a 10+ increase.
Okay, guys.
10 times.
How much have
Kstorm
you?
just slid into the scene with a face looking like she swallowed a rotten lemon.
So
Oh my god.
what is a game that you bought the rivals of that?
Oh,
That
Nothing. I have never paid that much for anything.
except if you did, collector editions and stuff, right?
I swear to God, Xeiana, in my entire life, I have never bought any game, collector's edition included, that costed a fraction of that much. Ever.
I mean, I'm
What about
actually
14?
14. Some of them can go up a lot. Yes.
I
But
will
that is
say. I will
optional.
say.
You don't have to
14
Yeah, it's optional.
14 is 100 and I think 30 back in the day for physical. 100,
Jesus Christ.
150.
So what all are you getting with this 250?
Let's find
List
out.
it.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
let's
go ahead
see.
and continue.
According to Mike Stubbs from Forbes.
Forbes, Jesus, Angel.
Forbes!
No, I like this. I like this. Let's let him have it.
We can do the French version. Le Forbes.
Angel, it's not May 4th. We can't. Now
You're
go.
right, we can do the German. Le Forbes!
All right.
Dear grief.
Earlier today, the unheard edition of Escape from Tarkov was announced as part of the latest patch, promising a brand new player versus environment mode, so PvE, and other bonuses. Now that the edition has launched, people are predictably very unhappy with the bonus. It gives a massive $250 tag. The first issue that the fans have is that the player versus environment mode for the Tarkov is exclusive to the people that buy the new edition.
Wait. So you mean in order to do PVE?
You gotta buy this.
You have to pay the $250
This was always
version?
PvP. Always.
Horseshit!
Yep.
Hey guys,
not.
who wants to buy PVE for 250? Anyone?
250 cents?
But wait,
$250, my good man.
But wait.
$250.
it gets
If I were your
your
good
credit
man,
card.
I would let you touch my shoulder.
And
But
you
I
are,
wait.
am not your good man.
there is
and
more.
you're letting me.
Despite the fact that, here's the best part though. Earlier, the people that purchased the pre-order version of the game called Edge of Darkness Edition was promised that all future DLC was part of the Season Pass, which you think would include these features, but no. So even if you shell the extra money to buy the exclusive limited time Edge of Darkness Edition, they still don't give you all the content.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
so they lied.
So they lie.
Wait, so
They flat out lied.
In your face.
so you're saying that this is
That's two
This
giant middle fingers.
is not part of future DLC content.
Nope.
So like she said, they lied.
Blatantly so.
So this is not a future content, but also it is a future content.
No, it's like you get this content, but if you want the really good content and the really new content, we need $250 more.
Okay, I'm very glad that I
Who's
don't
gonna be
care to
stupid
play
enough
this
to do
game.
this?
You would think so.
Same.
But they keep trying to get away with it. And continuing with that complication, a lot of fans that had the Edge of Darkness edition are rightfully very angry because now they had to pay for the
annoyed.
Edge of Darkness edition, which already was $100, by the way.
Oh my god.
Wait, how much content was in this $100 one?
Hell if I know, but I sure hell doesn't feel
Jesus
like it.
Christ! Like,
Wait, okay, let's count that all. It is $30, then it's $250, then it's $100. So it's what was it? $380
No.
Not
for
exactly.
an entire fucking game.
It's 30 if you buy the base game. If you buy the limited edition, is 100. So at minimum, if you bought the whole package, you would pay $280. And if you buy the Edge of Darkness, you would pay $350. No matter which way you die, said this is way too much money for way too little content.
Yes.
There is no
I
excuse for
agree.
this.
No.
There is no justification to hike the
Guys,
price up that much.
You can literally
But they
pay.
want the monies.
No, but you can literally pay for a shitty ass laptop for that much. Yeah.
You know what I paid with $30 yesterday?
Actually, kind
What?
of decent one.
I bought an action game called Solstice, which is a blatant tribute to the Claymore and Berserk series.
Cool.
And it actually took the red and blue enemies from DMC and made fighting them fun. It had a good story, good characters, interesting music. It kind of dragged a little bit near the middle, but I had fun, gave me multiple weapons. You know what else I bought? I'm going to buy for $30 when I get paid again?
What?
What?
I'm going to buy Helldivers 2.
Nice.
We should play together.
join
We have
in
to
for
buy it.
democracy.
And I'm gonna shell a little bit of extra money for the cosmetic armor because I really like that the producers give a shit and they're trying hard enough to actually give a crap. And you know what I'm going to pay for in a couple of weeks? I'm going to pay $14 for my continued subscription for Final Fantasy XIV, which has given me hundreds of hours of fun, entertainment, story, and some of the most memorable characters I ever seen in my life.
Emmett Silk.
Yes.
Awesome.
Excuse me,
Remember.
our husband.
Remember that we once spent.
You mean hot chiffon?
He's my husband,
He's
okay?
called the font now.
He is my husband. Don't you dare disrespect him.
I can't
Palestinian.
disrespect him as hard as the fucking church did.
Anastinian.
Estinian is my bro. He's just cool.
But with that
All
being
in
said,
cases,
yeah.
for a fraction of that price, there. Oh yeah, I also bought dwarf, not fortress. I'm gonna buy that one later. I forgot the name. It's called. It's the dig. It's the one about digging.
Is it Deep Rock Galactic?
Deep Rock Galactic.
Wait, you play that too?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
We got it for free.
Sure.
We got it for free.
It's well worth the time and the money. When you
Dude,
get,
do play with us.
let me know when you're
It's so much
open,
fun.
and I'll dig with you. It's
And we need
fantastic.
help.
You boys need to play too. It's actually
We
really
need
fucking
help.
fun.
Yeah.
You can have a
I will help
flamethrower.
you
Oh,
unlock
shit.
every weapon
That
you want.
sounds like
stuck
fun.
at a boss. That's why we
And
need
fight bug things.
Damn, Angel, it sounds like you
democracy.
got a whole lot of exciting content for just that $30.
No, here's the best part though. $30 for Helldivers 2, $30 for Deep Rock Galactic. Another $30 for, what was the other game? Solstice. That's $90.
90.
For 3
Plus
games.
another 14 for my prescription. That
4
is
games.
$104. Which means that I have 4 times the fun, 4 times the content, 4 times the enjoyment, 4 times the game for what these guys are trying to ask me for twice, almost 3 times over.
Technically, it's more than just 4 times because remember all the expansions for
Yeah,
14?
you know what? The 14 I'm technically I'm playing my 4 hang on, and Walker is the 5th one, right? The 5th expansion.
Walker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I basically got the equivalent of 5 extremely long JRPGs, one after another, for paying a pittance every month, and I haven't spent a single cent on any cosmetics or anything else. Every cosmetic I own, I simply earned it. Except that one time that everybody got pissed at me because I got the mount for the. I got the. We were doing the Hades raid.
Oh, Hades.
Oh.
And,
that raid was so much fun.
That was dope, and I got the mount first time, and everybody just went, "Fuck you."
I guess the point to all of this is that there's no justification for hiking up the price up to $250. My guess is that the people behind it were studying their target audience, and they're thinking, hey, if they're going to pay that much for that, then why don't we jack the price up even more?
Unfortunately, you are correct on that one. Because, however, the official Discord channel, which has become a goddamn raging dumpster fire at this point, have tried to explain why they think this is not DLC. It ain't DLC. It's a unique feature for a new edition added.
What?
Said Discord
Bullshit.
user Applezor, who is the lead community manager at the Battlestate Games from Escape from Tarkov. DLC means additional downloadable content. PvE is a feature, and it's a game mode. Just because you want it to become DLC, it wouldn't mean it's one. It's a feature game mode for a new edition of the game, which is why you have to pay 2.5 times more for it.
Bullshit.
The other major issue is that the fans have been complaining about the fact that this edition comes with big in-game bonuses for the new edition that will basically give them an unfair advantage. While other editions of the game give some bonuses, so far none have been major factors when on the map and fighting with other players. The closest is extra loot. This year you can get at the start of the wipe. However, this new edition includes more space to store your loot, improved skills at the start of the wipe, and a bonus where the AI scavengers will not shoot you if they have over 6 reputation levels in defense.
Okay, so literally it's pay to play.
So, not only is the version easier, it gives you skills to make it easier, and it gives you bonuses that the other player doesn't have. So this is literally pay to win.
Horse shit.
Wow. No, thank you.
So what's the point of playing then?
So what I
Do
think
dab on the
is
fox
people are just gonna say, nope, fuck this, and just step out.
and live.
Fuck this shit
And no,
out.
as you can imagine, the reception has been extremely and deservedly negative.
Good.
The reaction to the new edition has been so negative that all but 3 channels of the official Discord server have been silenced.
Wait, what?
We had to
Wow.
mute every other channel but the 3 main ones because people are pissed.
Well,
I mean,
rightfully
why
so.
would they be?
Moderators of the game subreddit are also waiving the rule that prevents multiple posts about the same topic, saying that they are just as pissed about the situation as the rest of you. Battlestate Games
Just
has
as
not
livid is what
reported
they're
to
saying
any
here.
requests of the comment section's publication. They have yet to officially comment on the backlash from fans. However, with pressure mounting from fans and others even looking into legal action, you can expect something to happen sooner or later. This also comes at a very bad time, given that Grey Zones Warfare, a game many see as a competition to Tarkov, has just finished wrapping up its first public streamer test, which has gone incredibly well with fans. So not only have you fucked yourself over, your
People
competition
already have
just...
something else that, you know what? We're gonna go to this thing now.
The competition just rolled up with a red carpet and says, hey guys, I'm not gonna fuck you over. Come here. I won't nickel and dime you. Many fans are hoping they can get hands on GZW sooner than later. And there has been an update at 8:15 p.m. BST. The official Escape from Tarkov Twitter, shut up, account has posted a statement that seems to suggest Battlestate Games has no plans to make the new mode available to anyone that does not buy the new edition.
Like,
So you're fucked if you don't get
They
it.
are essentially telling you, eat a dick and die.
Take
Pretty
a look
much.
at the actual official tweet. over
Life
here.
sucks. Hit the bricks.
So this is the actual Escape from Tarkov game, and they even got community noted. PvE mode is a unique feature which is available only for the owners of the Unheard Edition. We will keep you updated on new features exclusive for EOD owners. To which the community note reads, New game modes are generally accepted as DLCs if put behind a paywall. Battle Stage sold EOD with the promise that they would receive, quote, free access to all subsequent DLCs. They got community noted on Twitter.
Oh my god!
Hilariously, the backlash worse. In April 26, we had an update saying that the company offered free PvE for 6 months to the owners of the previous game, after which it would become exclusive on the Unheard Edition. And then the next day, after further backslash, Tarkov developers announced that the PvE will be given to the owners of Edge of Darkness when the Tarkov exits the beta on 1.0. But that doesn't change the fact that they expect you to at least pay $100 for that edition. So damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Bastards?
Greedy fucking bastards.
Greedy fucking bastards.
Listen,
We are reaching
all
the
know
zenith, dude.
if you make your fans happy, they will be willing to shell out money.
Yes.
If you fuck them over like this, again,
They won't
we
shell out money.
remember.
Yeah,
Remember the
don't be
word-
shocked if you don't get any, if you don't make any revenue.
What's the name of the band that sings Holy Diva?
That was Ronnie James Dio.
Is that the name of the band? That's the
No,
name.
That's the name of the
just
artist.
him.
Right, so
Holy diver, you can see his stripe, but the
No, he's clean. Oh, what's becoming of me? So anyway, Ronnie James Dio said one thing in his interview that has always stuck with me. I saw this years ago, and he says, never, ever abandon and never turn your back on your fans, because they are the reason you are here. Without the fans, you will cease to be. But without you, they will still be. And if it wasn't for the fans, I'd be laying bricks down somewhere.
Yeah, but that being said, before we continue on with another topic here, I do want to turn to the live chat here from Dreamair Fan.
Hello.
They're back. Dreamair Fan. Hey, my loves, it's Michelle. So I wanted to let you know my husband took our little girl to the pool today after he got home from work. We are teaching our 3-year-old how to swim.
Congratulations.
She is taking to the water like she was born to swim.
You gave birth to a frog.
She
mermaid.
wore her water wings with me in the pool, getting used to it. We are taking their lessons slowly, and my husband took video of me teaching our daughter to swim.
Oh, that's awesome.
Congratulations. Here's to the well growth and healthy development of your child. And you know what? Before I go into the next article, I would like to add a small amount of good news.
And what's that?
It's a tiny amount of good
Okay.
news.
Okay.
Recently, the old Tomb Raider games got remastered and re-released.
Yeah.
However, people noticed that there was censorship in the games. A bunch of risque posters have been removed from a certain level. People were fucking pissed. And the company actually retracted a statement and they put the posters back. It is nice to see that the voice of the gamers is still being heard. Sorry, it's nice to hear that the voice of the gamers is being heard. But come on, guys. Like, those games were made on two things: good gameplay and horny. You cannot remove one and not think that people are not going to notice. Stop that shit.
Listen, horny kind of does sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not lie to ourselves. The artists of the greatest comics, cartoons, and anime you ever seen are the horniest motherfuckers in the world. That's why they made it, because they had the dedication to endure the horrors of those industries just so they could put their fetishes on the world.
Let me just put it this way, guys. Have you ever seen a comic panel of Witchblade that didn't immediately get you burning down under?
Here's a little Western example. His name is Bruce Timm.
Okay, no, Bruce Timm's got issues, though.
He's the horniest motherfucker that ever
He's
drew
horny for
DC.
pairing Batman to Batgirl. It's weird.
Nobody's
Yeah.
perfect.
Let's just get over to the next article. But thank you for that, Angel.
Let's talk about some more horrible things now. Let's talk about dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs, but we like dinosaurs.
Normally, dinosaurs are pretty cool. This one, unfortunately, unlike the other dinosaurs, didn't have the decency to drop dead when the meteor hit. After, this is not that one. Yeah, no, those articles are no use, because honestly, the Forbay one was already fantastic.
Yeah, we could close those off, Juan. Go ahead.
Okay, give me a second.
They still want you to pay. Bastards.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
There it is. No, that's... Wow, yeah, you lost the article. I'm going to have to send it to you again.
Look, I lost it. You're blaming it on me.
I can't believe you
I don't
lost the
think I
article. What is
got
wrong
it.
with you, Juan?
I don't think I ever
Can't believe
got
it's
the
not
article.
butter.
Let me
Jesus,
check my
Juan, what the
things.
hell's wrong with you? Oh my god.
Let me check my thing over
Here I
here.
am trying to help
I've got
you.
a thing. Hang on. Wrong guy. See what I mean? This is not even letting me click on the right
I'll
one.
reshare it just to play it safe.
Yeah,
Here you
thank
go.
you.
There you go, Moit.
Oh, no, that's not it.
No, that one's the good news. That's the big giant robot game. Please go play the giant robot game, guys.
Oh, yes. We do need to talk about one of the biggest juggernauts in the video gaming industry. let's talk about Nintendo.
Let's talk about Nintendo. Now, Nintendo has a slightly more positive reputation than Blizzard on the grounds that they are not getting bombarded with sexual assault suits every 2 weeks, and that they make more than 2 games. They would like you to forget that they make more than 2 games, but by God, they're going to make more than 2 games. Now, Nintendo is also known for 2 things. A, very well known. In fact, some of the most well-known and recognizable IPs of the industry belong to Nintendo. When you say video game mascots, people are thinking of Mario.
Mario, yeah.
They're thinking of Samus. They're thinking of Link. They're thinking of Zelda.
Sonic.
Kirby.
They're thinking of Sonic.
Sonic. Kirby.
They're thinking of Pollo. I still can't get over the fact that Kirby was supposed to look like that.
I can't get over the fact that
He was literally just a ball that they put in there as a placeholder, but they went, you know what, it's cute. Let's just like paint it pink and do something with it.
Yeah,
really, really
but
cute.
of course, the
That
brighter, but you know the saying, Angel, the brighter the picture, the darker the negative.
Alas, you're correct. One other side that people don't want to acknowledge very brightly on Nintendo is that they are incredibly outdated on their practices. Their software is kind of crap. Their hardware is kind of shite. And more importantly, they are the Disney of video game companies in that nothing...
Oh my gosh, they are.
Nothing may ever tarnish the reputation of the house. Like, we have the mouse, they have the Pikachu over there for a reason. Ironic, considering what they do with their own Pokemon games. And sadly, every now and then, they take some brutal legal action to destroy beautiful fan projects and models. And today, well, recently, they have taken massive action. According to Games Radar...
By the way, guys, normally I try to put the link on here, but the link to the article was so long, I had to cut it out so I can't make it click. You guys are just going to have to find a way to copy and paste that, sorry.
According to to Games Radar, and written by Dustin Bailey, Nintendo issues a takedown against 20 years of Gary's Mods content. Developers are asking for your help by deleting your Nintendo-related uploads and never uploading them again.
Oh my
Excuse me?
God.
20 years?
Bitch, make me.
Despite rumors that the takedown issued against Nintendo content was fake, Gary Newman says, I have been assured that the takedown has been verified by Nintendo as legit. Somebody at Nintendo has apparently just discovered the existence of the Steam Workshop, and the Gary's Mod devs are now scrambling to moderate 2 decades worth of user uploads to make sure that they are free of IP violations.
Some of you may have noticed that certain Nintendo-related workshop items have recently been taken down. The devs say in a Steam news post, this is not a mistake. The takedowns came from Nintendo. Honestly, this is fair enough. This is Nintendo's content, and what they allow and don't allow is up to them. They don't want you playing with that stuff in Gary's Mod. That's their decision. We have to respect that and take down as much as we can.
It seems like quite a job too, as the devs note that we have 20 years of uploads to go through. If you want to help us in deleting your Nintendo-related uploads and never uploading them again, that would help us a lot. So they're basically saying, guys, we have no choice.
Like, guys,
they own the IP, they can tell us to take it off.
Like, this is Nintendo, they own our souls. And while we're at it, do you think you could give us a hand with this? Because we know Wanty lawsuit.
Please delete
Guys,
this shit.
look how many results are just with
Jeez.
Mario. Just with Mario.
I couldn't possibly begin to guess the full breadth of Nintendo-related add-ons people have put on Gary's Mod. But a quick search for Mario on the Steam Workshop returns 5,624 results across 188 pages, and that is just one corner of Nintendo's library.
Godspeed to the devs now.
It sounds like they might need some volunteers to help solve, sit through that. Oh my gosh.
Nintendo has famously been extremely protective of its IP, but its lawyers have seemed extra busy over the past year or two. There was the takedown of images for emulators, the death of the Zelda Breath of the Wild multiplayer mod, and the lawsuit that killed Switch emulator Yuzu.
Yep.
With each new creation from the Nintendo fandom, we just have to keep hoping that Nintendo itself doesn't actually take notice of it.
Yep.
So yeah, unfortunately, that is the end of the article. It basically boils down to, guys, the sleeping giant has awakened and he's decided that all this shit has got to go.
But,
Which ironically means that there might be a... Oh yeah, Nintendo knows they cannot prove emulation is illegal, but its latest tactic is very effective at knocking out sources of Switch piracy. It all boils down to Switch piracy, which also means that now we're gonna do it even harder.
Yeah, you're just gonna encourage your audience to
Remember that scene on the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie where all those children were getting hanged?
No, it wasn't all those children, it was just one child.
It was just
in the
one
beginning.
child and the other
that
pirates.
child is the mods now.
Why you gotta do that, man?
Because that's exactly what's happening, which is, wow, damn. Well, now, mind you, like I said, they know Nintendo has the right to do this. It is their IP, they can choose to do it. But at the same time, you guys waited 2 goddamn decades for this? Do you have any idea how much Samus porn is out there?
Do they have the slightest clue just how much content they're trying to go in for. I'm honestly shocked that it took them this long.
They
But
are
you know what?
notoriously taking their time.
You know what? Better late than never at this point.
You know, I wonder if they were searching Mario on Google and came across it, and they're like, "Oh, what?"
But you would have found it immediately. The amount of YouTube poops done with Mario N64 models
In Gary's mod.
numbers in the hundreds of thousands. Like, you cannot possibly miss it. The people were making parodies with these models from the second they discovered they could rip them off, and then they found out that they could do something else.
Other things.
Other things.
Other things.
Point in cases, we get it. It is their legal prerogative, but at the same time, how do you say dick move in Japanese? I'm gonna find out right now.
Go right ahead. But while Angel's trying to find out the translation, Nintendo they can't prove that emulation is illegal. But but it's not stopping them from making all these power moves to make sure that that they keep their video gaming content exclusively for Nintendo.
Dick showing contest.
Dick showing contest.
Yeah. In fact, how do you say dick waving contest in Japanese?
Type it in; it'll tell you.
I mean, it's Google Translate though.
Yeah.
It's close enough. Okay.
Oh my god.
Have it speak to you into the microphone.
Peniso furu no kontetsu.
No, do.
Click the audio button on the Google search. What?
Have your
Hang on,
volume
let
up,
me see.
dude.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
ペニスを振るコンテスト
Yeah. Hello, Ben Cruz. Welcome to our program. Welcome to the Ravens vlog. We appreciate you tuning in. You're actually tuning in on the very tail end because we've pretty much wrapped up all the articles here. But
Except for one.
Oh yeah, that's right, Angel. We do have one more article, don't we?
The last
Yes.
article.
This one's genuinely good news. Though sadly it's also bad news because it also means that publicity is what's keeping this shit going.
Go for it.
Please open the article, Juan, because I don't have it on my phone.
I will, but while I get it pulled up over here,
I genuinely forgot I sent you that one.
Dreadmare fan is asking, may I ask my Ravenslock family for your advice? My husband wants me to be on his gaming YouTube channel, but I do not want to be on camera while I'm pregnant with our second child. I don't feel comfortable right now.
You can sit to the side out of camera.
You can either sit to the side out of camera, or if you have
a microphone right in front of you.
or alternatively, if you guys have like a spare bedroom, like a guest bedroom or whatnot, he can convert that bedroom and use it for his stuff.
No,
That
Zay,
works.
that's not it. He's asking her to join
Join him.
Oh,
Join via Discord or something.
Yeah, the join
You
by
don't gotta
Discord.
show yourself.
You don't
do it
have
at
to show
Discord.
yourself
Yeah.
if you're not
Yeah, just
Or
comfortable.
say
just
off
be on
camera.
screen.
Yeah, or you can do what some folks do. Oh, hey up there, Genie Rick, how's it going?
Sup?
Welcome. Welcome to the Ravens Vlog. You can do what some other folks do. Have a quick little doodle of yourself, and have that on
Become
camera
a VTuber.
until until you decide to be on camera if you wish. Easy.
That works. All right,
So
now
it can be done if
let's go ahead and get to the final article, Angel.
Let's talk about some actually good news for a change. Juan, click that page, please. After shutting down the American operations branch, Based, veteran Japanese studio behind beloved JRPGs launches a cult action RPG in English to zero buzz and very confused fans
What the
because
fuck?
they basically had no advertisement. They just dropped this shit immediately.
Wow. Okay.
Level 5, the beloved Japanese studio behind games like Dark Cloud, Professor Layton, Ni no Kuni, just released a localized version of its cult action RPG, Megaton Musashi.
I thought that said.
I thought you were gonna say
Right.
Megatron.
Right.
I was about to drop some words. But with the company's American branch recently shut down, looks like there's nobody around to market the damn thing. And the surprise launch has absolutely been... So it's basically just like a
Hey,
Hi-Fi
look,
Rush.
it's right here, and they're like,
Here.
What?
Huh?
What?
This
What's
game,
this?
this game came out in Japan in 2021, promoted alongside the anime series that is now in a run for multiple seasons. Built as a mecha action RPG, it plays like classics like Custom Robo and Gundam Breaker. Holy shit, Gundam Breaker! We're getting a fourth one soon. But with heavy emphasis on extensive story about a young mech pilots fighting back against an alien invasion.
Oh yeah.
Today has seen the launch of Megaton Musashi W, or rather, Megaton Musashi Doppel, wired across PC, Switch, PS5, and PS4. You be forgiven for not noticing it happen. I'm in the exact target audience for a newly localized mech action RPG, and it's literally my job to pay attention to video game news, but I only found out that the game existed thanks to one tweet lamenting that the game had no promotion.
Only one
Wow.
So this is a game by Japanese veteran studios. 0 reviews so far on Steam from any region. Not even a joke or run for spam. They didn't market it at all. They didn't tell anybody it was launching. Level 5 is a baffling company.
And
What the hell?
Here's his original thing from Dominic Tarrison over here on Twitter. And Megaton Musashi Wired is out on PC. Mech Brawler RPG by Level 5. The Nino Kuni / Professor Layton studio, previously Japanese only. This is an expanded re-release, now with cross-platform co-op. So, again,
They have Get a Robo!
Get a Robo and Mazinga.
Oh, okay, I'm buying that.
Wow.
Mazinger Z, that's familiar.
Mazinger Z is literally where Breath of Fire comes out of.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, that's the one. It's the original maker of the Rocket Punch.
Cool.
Yeah, Mazinger
Yeah.
Z.
They had the voice actor of Joey Wheeler be the main character.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not kidding. His best friend was voiced by Dan Green. And the bad guy was Dr. Eggman.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I am not exaggerating any of the point in cases. There have been very few reviews on Steam since then. A few of them which lament things. Why is this game not getting more attention? And they are absolutely glowing. It is clear a few hardcore fans of the franchise have been waiting for a long time for this launch, but none of the marketing seems to have penetrated the wider gaming world, despite the fact that Level 5 has put out plenty of well-known and well-loved games. So basically, Megaton Musashi. You can probably pin the lack of marketing on Level 5's decision to shut down the American branch in 2020. There have been trailers for the English release, but they only appear on the Japanese YouTube channel. The one meaningful bit of promotion seems to be the southern localization of the anime series on Crunchyroll, which was announced today.
Jesus!
They're like, listen, we don't have the money for an advertising, just throw that shit in there.
This completely
Just
came
throw
out of
this
left
out.
field, man.
Just put this out in the
Yes,
wild.
how much is it?
Oh my god.
49?
This is
Yeah.
so
that's
random.
And this came out 2
And
days ago.
it is $49.99 on Steam.
I'm
That's
buying that
fair.
shit. I
That's
am
fair.
buying
It's not
that.
$250 fucking dollars.
Yep.
Multiplayer only
Oh
bullshit.
wait. So
I
if you want to pay $69.73, you can get the deluxe edition bundle.
But what is in the deluxe?
They probably have a bunch of like extra mech parts and
Let's
such. I don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, most people now they do like, here's a soundtrack,
Okay.
Usually something like that.
Limited edition. One.
cosmetics.
Limited edition rugs, limited edition weapons, limited edition pilot attire, limited edition victory pose, additional premium pass rewards, and digital art book.
Okay, so it's actually worth it.
So lots and lots.
I cannot
of
afford
new
the
stuff.
I cannot afford the full part, but in fact, I'm gonna buy it right now.
You're kidding me.
Damn, son.
Dang, son.
You
Yeah.
buying it? You buying it?
Yeah.
Okay, click that buy button.
Be in my card.
Buy button has been clicked.
Continue to
Thank you
payment.
for your
I'm not
purchase.
showing that.
Over here, the ending of the article on it
I
says,
agree.
hey, consider this your PSA. Megaton Musashi W Wired is out now. It looks neat, and if you're a fan of mech anime, you should probably check it out. We're approaching the... Hang on, Angel. Let
And
me...
bot.
Damn it.
No, stay put.
I'm trying to.
Over here, this one.
There it is. It says, thank you for your purchase. Boss, obtain, and yes, install it on my shit.
Yeah, we're approaching Square Enix levels of failure to market here, but hey, at least you know now.
Listen, this is the kind of game that I like. It has customization, it has mechs, and it has a story somewhere in there. Fun fact, do you know what the story was of Gundam Breaker 3?
What was the story?
What?
You are literally a random dude that likes to play Gunpla, and you go to Ikebukuro to do some like a bit of a
You go to
contest.
Ikebukuro?
Yes, you go to Ikebukuro.
No.
And you literally get dragged into a whirlwind contest because there's a Gundam
Wait,
contest.
I remember that. Yeah.
And you are helping this small Gundam shop survive the claws of this evil corporation.
Yeah, I remember that.
Somehow it goes from these two, and now we have to fight in space.
Oh my god.
But I just want to play with my gunplas, man.
Well,
In the future.
Eric Cooper, it was over
This sounds like an exciting game. Like Angel said, and like Angel covered in the article.
And there's
It's so
co-op.
it's weird that it didn't get enough. It didn't get any advertisement at all. It just dropped.
Because they basically said, listen, we do not make that much money as a small Japanese company that produces some of the best fucking games you ever played. We can waste time getting an advertisement going, or we can just go, hey,
Also, that's
Here.
expensive.
Boom.
Advertising is expensive.
That's true. Advertisement does cost money.
well.
All right.
It's
Well,
fully controller
see.
support.
I mean, I expected it
well,
to, but I
before
have
we
100%
close things
doubt.
off, Juan, what do we have on the chat?
Tam was
Dude,
Tam saying
Get
sorry
a robo.
for
I am down.
Guys, hang on.
Sorry, go ahead.
and Tam was saying sorry for the delay and weak text on my phone tonight.
It's all right.
And Aaron Cooper, a digital art book. I'd rather have a real book.
I'll find a real book
Mood.
somewhere.
Yeah, true. Hey, if there's a way for you to download it or something, you could probably print it at
Of course.
at a UPS store or something. Hold on, what is this?
They have a
Like something-
yokai watch.
Oh my
corporation.
god.
Oh my god.
No.
You
Moving on.
To be fair, 14 has a yokai watch event going on right now.
I still have to finish that game.
The grind is stupid.
And with that, folks, we have reached the end of our program, and we thank all of you for tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic. So, So right now, I only have one May announcement. And that is, of course, a reminder. Next weekend on Saturday on May the 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern, we will be hosting our watch party for WWE's Backlash in France. It's going to be simulcasting on both YouTube and Kick.
Ça in France, baguettes.
Oui, oui.
France.
Join me, Mr. Angel Mendez, and Mr. Juan Arauz, and we will be live reacting to all the matches and everything that's happening on the wrestling pay-per-view. And of course, Angel, we will be continuing the action of the newest character for Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty, won't we?
That's right. We have been introduced to Raiden, who is very clearly out of his depth in this shit, and he would rather be home like... His feet hurt, man, all right?
He's wearing a rubber swimsuit. It's got a lot of pressure in his torso.
He
feels weird.
And now everyone knows his face.
It makes his ass look big. Listen,
It's really
Raiden,
He's getting his ass looks nice.
Raiden got into this mission to rescue the president and go home. He did not expect all this wacky shit and people that can bend bullets and gay-ass vampires and some blitzkin
I'm
looking
not paid
motherfucker.
enough for this bullshit.
And then a
literally
guy who
nothing.
says that, he'll share some info to him and then falls asleep.
And falls asleep. Like, Raiden is going through it for real. And so will we. As at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we continue our journey through Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty.
Yeah.
Where, of course, a moment ago, Joe himself was holding the controller, and now Toy Slasher is holding the controller until he inevitably dies.
Just like Snake was swapped out with Raiden. Snake is swapped out with Raiden over there.
How ironic.
Ah,
How incredibly ironic.
It's
And
almost as if
nonetheless,
he's
I
bitten
hope that you will join us, because that will be the show known as Los Amigos Play, where I, your humble and ever proud host, will be here to guide you to the process as my beloved friends here and you two scream repeatedly about all sorts of random
Dick.
shit.
And
Yo,
what time is
Richard Dixon, what the fuck?
All right. And what time is the program?
It will be every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Kick!
Awesome. And of course, for any pro wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, which is Wrestle Rewind, every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arauz,
Don't touch me!
we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. We're still in the middle of negotiating, but I really, but we do want to talk about the annual 2024 WWE Draft, which is happening, which the first round happened last night, and the second round will be happening on Monday night, and we want to give the full coverage of it on our upcoming Thursday.
All I know is that whatever team gets R-Truth is going to win.
Fucking
Probably.
hell!
It's called psychological warfare.
Actually, no, they can't, because in the draft, everyone who's
Champion.
holding a championship is immune from being drafted. So, R-Truth and his tag partner, The Miz, is their tag champions.
They're safe on Raw.
They're safe on Raw.
Oh, see, the problem is that was not... They didn't put them there to be safe. They just wanted to keep R-Truth away from everybody else. Because if he gets among the other races... He's like an orc for Warhammer. Like, he's surrounded by wrestling energy. He starts doing shit that he shouldn't be able to do because he doesn't know he cannot do it. R-Truth, you cannot literally bend the space-time continuum to do that move. Watch me.
He has an imaginary friend named Little Jimmy.
No, what do you mean imaginary?
Oh my
Right
God!
there.
Let's please move on.
And of course, we've got my program, The Black Files, which is our uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. As you saw, we covered a whole bevy of different stories here in the world of nerd and pop culture on the Ravens Flock, but on the Black Files, we just focus on one. And usually they're not the very fun news. We try to sprinkle in the fun news whenever we can. I was debating like a motherfucker to see whether or not if we should talk about Weinstein's fucking thing tonight or if we should have talked about it Wednesday night. Instead, on Wednesday night, we ended up talking about what the fuck was he.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad that we talked about it today because while it was a serious topic, I don't feel like there was enough information to drag it for like an hour and a half, you know?
I know, but it's still like, what did I, yeah, I end up fucking talking about the TikTok
We talked
ban.
about the TikTok tab, which, by the way,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what? Before we close off, Angel, since you weren't
Oh,
present
yeah,
on the
that.
Black Files, can you give us your thoughts on the TikTok ban now being finalized?
Well, first off, that was fucking stupid. And second,
They now have 9 months to sell it to an American company.
yeah. So best case scenario, it gets sold to an American company that does minimal changes and everything resumes exactly as it was. Worst and most likely case scenario, it gets sold off to an American company that makes horrible massive changes that completely kill its popularity, causing all of its users to migrate to the nearest other medium that is available to do the same thing.
Honestly, my money's on the ladder.
I'm not a betting man. I'm not taking that one.
Actually,
I can see a losing bet when I smell it.
Actually,
it's right there.
After the TikTok ban bill got freaking signed in, the heads of TikTok actually put in a statement saying we'd rather let it get banned before selling because we are not interested.
Sticking to their guns. Good.
Oh, that is great.
Good.
That is great. Remember that happened when Tumblr got shut down?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about to be worse than that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's going to be a nightmare. And what's even crazier is that, what do you call it? All of it basically stems from the fact that ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, is saying, like, no, the algorithm system that we have for TikTok is proprietary as a motherfucker.
Yep.
We cannot sell TikTok to another company without having to sell the algorithm to make it
And the
function.
algorithm is in of itself its own IP property, which means it has its own patent, which means that's another... So nobody can foot the price now.
Pretty much.
It was like, here's the money, and here's the actual amount you're going to pay to own this algorithm. You can't? Well, I guess it's going right back in.
titties. I guess I'll just
It's like the eyes of the world. The market went white hot for the damn thing, but nobody could stomach the price. So in goes the stone, but not before anybody finds out where the guy is.
Holy shit.
But yeah, this is just a taste of what we discuss on the Black Files.
And if you want to get more hard-hitting discussion on the world, on the darker side of nerd and pop culture, be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for the Black Files.
And of course, tune in to our main show, the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the motley crew of nerds, are gathered here to discuss with you the latest in the news. The latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, even if the price is over $250 fuck-off dollars.
Hell no!
Well, and we will not pay a single dime for it.
We'll gladly take a $250 super chat.
Guys,
One, don't tell them about our new pricing model.
piracy.
But folks, you can tune in Saturday night, and you can tune in without having to pay that stupid astronomical amount.
But we won't say no if you do pay that.
Listen, we want you to take care of yourselves. And that doesn't mean just physically, that means economically.
Take care of your wallet.
While we do appreciate the money and the faloosas that you drop in our pockets every day to show your appreciation, and trust me, we appreciate those a lot, we are never going to ask you for your money. I will demand it. But we will never ask you for your money because we understand that, hey man, economy's hard, you got bills to pay and responsibilities to deal with. And unlike those companies, we are not filled to the brim with so many yachts that we require all of your cash just to make it another day.
I could barely afford a boogie board.
Exactly. So your time and your attention is already recorded enough.
We can't
Give me
pay
your
for
money
attention.
anyway.
Listen, if we had
Angel,
a
you're
yacht,
contradicting yourself.
guys,
No, I'm not.
if we
I'm
had a
demanding.
yacht, then we would pretty much be saying, "Hey, who wants to go on the yacht and have a party? We're ready to you for
Stream
this
there.
amount. Have fun."
Right.
There you
You
go.
can stream on the yacht.
If we had a yacht, we would have
You
another
want
show.
a boat? You want a photo shoot on
If
the
we-
yacht? There
If
you
we
go.
had a boat, we would have another show called The Ravens Fishing.
Oh God, no! Please don't.
To see what we could catch that day.
Guys, fishing simulator, real life.
Bass
All
Pro
right.
Shop Raven Flock.
And with that, we are pretty much done
fishing
here.
flock.
We appreciate all of you tuning in. You guys have been awesome in the live chat, and thank you very much for tuning into our show tonight. We've been striving very hard since 2013, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission.
We almost missed our cue, but we're good.
With that being said, I am trying something new.
It's okay.
With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, dragonfang cosplay, xeiana Rose cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arauz, as we bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard to stay strong to make your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become a nerd or flocker by hitting the join button. Don't forget to check out the glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FLOCK for 20% off. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, We are the Ravens flock, and we are out.